As the president weighs his military options tonight, his defense secretary, James Mattis, arriving at the White House for that National Security Council meeting today. Tonight, a U.S. destroyer already in the Mediterranean. There is British aircraft in the region and a French warship just off the coast of Lebanon. ABC's chief global affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz, tonight on what could be coming.
Tonight, the U.S. resolved to make Syria pay a price. Defense Secretary Mattis is convinced those images show a chemical attack.
The use of chemical weapons. And some things are simply inexcusable, beyond the pale, and in the worst interest of not just the Chemical Weapons Convention, but of civilization itself.
The president is weighing his options to strike light or go heavy. Warships and warplanes from the U.S., France, and Britain are in place and ready to go whenever the order is given.
It will probably be a short, quick, hard punch to the Assad regime, and that could be it. It all depends on how the Russians react and how the Syrians react in response.
Secretary Mattis knows how complicated and dangerous a military response can be.
We're trying to stop the murder of innocent people, but on a strategic level, it's how do we keep this from escalating out of control, if you get my drift on that.
Last year's Tomahawk missile strike on a Syrian airfield did not seem to dissuade Assad from using chemical weapons again, and those Syrian planes were back in the air within days. But going too far in a response could inflame the region. A Russian newspaper is reporting that the Russians are in secret talks with the U.S., asking for targeting information to get their personnel and aircraft out of the way.
So let's bring back in Martha Raddatz with us again tonight, live from Washington. And Martha, it was Monday that President Trump announced to the world that he would have a decision within 24 to 48 hours. That time frame is clearly passed now, and we've now watched the president and his team bringing in allies on this who were also outraged at what they saw.
They were, David, but I think cooler heads slowed this down. These are big decisions, what to target and when. Also, because Trump isn't going this alone, instead working with those allies, there is much more coordination. David?
Martha Raddatz with us every step of the way on this.